You all, at this point, I think we can now accept the fact that our senators are jokers. Because tell me why they are proposing that if you do not vote, you go to jail. These same people would never propose jail term or, killing by hanging for corrupt practices or for corrupt officials. But these same people are the ones that are now proposing jail term for people who do not vote. Imagine not going to exercise your human rights. Is it not your human rights? Who get the human right? Nobody you get some, and you can decide to vote or not. Now, let's take a look at all of these advanced countries that are giving their citizens, the dividends of democracy. They are doing right by their citizens, collecting tax, but actually using the tax to the betterment of the lives of the citizens of a country. These people I have not even heard of this anywhere in the world, where if you don't vote, they will send you to prison, they will send you to jail. These people would never copy what China is doing, by proposing death sentence to corrupt officials. They would never do that. Never, because it affects them and they know that they are guilty of all these allegations. But they are proposing a jail term or 100,000 naira fine. Can you imagine that? That's how you will know that not don't lose. Like there's something wrong. There's something fundamentally wrong. If something is not wrong, because tell me how now? Like how? Who are these people that we are electing into office these days? It's so sad. Before we delve right into the details of today's news, if this is your first time here, or you have not subscribed to this channel, what are you doing? What are you doing on YouTube if you're not subscribed to Newsroom Nigeria? Please go ahead and click on the subscribe button down below. Also leave your opinions in the comments section below as well. Without further ado, my people, let's delve right into the details of today's news. Shehu Sani has reacted to the proposed bill for jail terms for Nigerians who refuses to vote. According to The Guardian, a proposed bill in Nigeria's National Assembly that seeks to impose a 6-month jail term. They are not even saying community service. They are not saying a month. They are not saying 3 months. They are proposing 6 months. Did the person kill somebody? Even people who have embezzled money, people who have, stolen millions upon millions of naira, billions even, they have not been sent to prison for 6 months. So tell me, where is the balance here? Where is the balance? Are you not supposed to, measure the punishment with the proportion of crime committed? Although this is not even a crime in the first place to start with. My people. Anyway, moving on. 6-month jail term or 100,000 naira fine on citizens who fail to vote in national and state elections has ignited widespread criticism. The bill, which aims to enforce mandatory voting, has been labelled oppressive by the Socio-Economic Rights and Accountability Project, SERAP, and drew sharp condemnation from Senator Shehu Sani, a prominent human rights activist and former senator. Senator Sani, known for his pivotal role in Nigerian struggle for democracy, took to X on Thursday, stating, "The bill to jail Nigerians who refuses to vote is unnecessary." His post, shared quickly, gained attraction, prompting varied reactions from Nigerians. Serap had earlier, in a letter, urged Senate President Senator Godswill Akpabio, the House Speaker Tajuddin Abbas, to withdraw the bill, arguing that it violates the Nigerian Constitution and international human rights obligations. The organization emphasized that jailing citizens for not voting undermines democratic principles and called for focus on tracking electoral offenses like vote buying, vote suppression by high-ranking officials. They have not said that people who are, buying votes or people who are selling votes should be sent to prison for 6 months. So you have people who are rigging election, ballot box snatching, all these various electoral offenses. They have not said that they will go to prison for 6 months or 1 year. It is those who are refusing to vote. Can you see? I said it at the beginning of this video that there is no. There's no how you can tell me that something is not wrong. Like something is fundamentally wrong with the medulla oblongata. Like it's just really funny to me. We have all of these, challenges during election, all of these electoral offenses, electoral crimes that should be dealt with, that should be curbed. They are not thinking of saying, okay, these people will be sent to prison for so time or so time. It is those who are refusing to exercise their human rights, those who are refusing to vote. I think everyone have a reason to vote or not to vote. That's your concern. That is why we are in the democracy regime. It is not military. You have a right to exercise your human rights. That is your business. These people are leaving the most pressing issues and dealing with, minor and irrelevant issues. It's so sad. Is this why we are paying these people, is it 21 million naira every single month? Plus different allowances and so on. We are in for it. There is problem somewhere. There's fire on the mountain. There is fire burning on the mountain. I don't know if we have realized it yet, but moving on. Critics argue that the bill fails to address systemic issues like electoral integrity, public distrust in the voting process, and suggests the bill might disproportionately target marginalized groups, such as Igbo, who have historically felt disenfranchised. So probably this bill is sponsored out of the fact that, most Igbos are now saying there is no need to vote, there is no need to participate in anything in this country. But don't they have the right to do that? Don't they? Moving on. Meanwhile, Sarah proposed constitutional amendment to introduce internet-based voter registration. Exactly. Even other African countries that is not even as big as we are. We are called the giant of Africa. Lori eno, lori iro. Giant of Africa on top mouths, on top lie. We are the ones that are still doing the manual this thing. Even the last election that INEC promised that they were going to transmit the election results electronically. They did none of that. All of a sudden, the machine started developing problem and they said they could not do it. Mago don't enter. Whereas you have other African countries who transmit their election result live like this. You also have the issue of diasporans not being able to vote. They are not even discussing about that. That is not a pressing issue enough for them to talk about. They are talking about people who are not voting. Imagine the selfishness, the greed. Because they know that when they enforce that law, they will get more votes and they'll be able to rig more election. That's the reason. Moving on, meanwhile, Sarah proposed constitutional amendment to introduce internet-based voter registration and modern technology to improve transparency in elections. Yes. As debates continue, the bill is said to have exposed deep fissures in Nigeria's democratic framework, raising questions about the balance between civic duty and individual rights. Let's have your thoughts and opinions in the comment section below. What are your thoughts on this, guys? Before we go, let's take a look at some of the reactions we got online. The first comment comes from Honor Michael, who says, "Why should we vote? While our votes haven't been counted, the money can buy the throne from them." Stanley Ologun says, "There are no Nigerians who don't want to vote, but their politicians, INEC, security agencies who deprive people of voting or render their votes invalid by rigging. That should be the focus of the National Assembly." Exactly. Most people are discouraged because at the end of the day, why am I voting when the election is still going to be rigged? So my vote is not as important. It's not relevant. The electioneering process just needs to be more technological driven, because that way maybe the election would not be easily, rigged. Lastly, a comment from Austin says, "We plenty jealous, abeg. On a we no fit terrorists them and killers. Now we no vote on a go jail, all die be die. Make on a give on a self brain." Imagine, even terrorists are roaming free. So it is those that are not willing to vote that you want to send to prison. Look, like, it's just the priority for me. I don't know how they come up with all these nonsense bills. Let's have your thoughts and opinions in the comment section. I would love to hear from you. Let's, continue this discussion over there. Thank you very much for always listening and watching, guys. I'll see you all in my next video. Bye for now.